Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the second episode of my friend's farm here in Pallegney. We are in the French region of, I'm not too sure. The map's called Pallegney, and we're looking after my friend's farm. In the last one, we finished mowing and finished putting all the grass away, and and then I went and took a nap. And figured we'd get busy in the afternoon here on the second day of September. It looks like a beautiful afternoon, which is good. 18 degrees Celsius, a little breeze, and I got some work lined up. So I'm not too sure where to start. You know what? I do know where to start. We're gonna grab the mower. Okay, well I guess we got to use our own tractor for this. It's time to make a bit of money here. Yeah, let's use our tractor. So I have 2 mowing contracts set up, and then I also have I guess it was a friend of my friend's, a bit desperate. He had somebody set up to spray all of his fields with herbicide today, and the guy ended up having to leave early. So he's dumped the sprayer up at one of his fields, and he's asked that we go up there and get this field done for him. So we're gonna go up and do that right now. It should be it's just up in the hills, back hills up here. It's just kind of cool. I don't think I've ever been up there, or even just in initial. I think I go this way. Initially driving around the region, I don't think I ever went up into the hills here. So this should be a new spot for us, which is good. Oh, this does not look like it goes anywhere. Well, unless you're trying to go into a cornfield. Okay, well, this is why you probably want to look at a map first. Anyways, it's all good. We got a little bit of time. So we have 2 fields to mow and 1 field to spray here, to the tune of about I don't know, $12,000 or $13,000 we should walk away with. They pay well here in the French region of Pallegney. So I am recording this having... Oh man, okay, can I go this way then? I'll go to the roundabout. I know for sure I can get there via the roundabout. Yeah, I'm recording this after having recorded the first episode, but not having uploaded it yet, so I don't really have any of your suggestions or feedback to go from in this one. But I'm curious to know if there was anything you guys wanted to see happen in this micro series here while we're enjoying this beautiful map. It is currently looking like January when we're going to see my friend come back from his time back in Canada. Indeed, as I had guessed, he's hoping to be able to spend Christmas there because he said it's been about 12 years since he's been back, so he's sort of looking forward to that, but understands that if I have to leave early, then I can. The bulk of the farming activities are going to be done as we roll into November or whatever. So if I did have something lined up and I needed to be somewhere, then all good. But I could hang out as long as I want, or at least until he comes back. So that's good. I mean, we do have an agreement set up with him where I guess this obviously is a sprayer, and that must be the sunflower field. We have an agreement set up with him where we're going to be able to keep 20% of anything we sell. So we have some silage that we got set up in the last episode. So once that ferments, if we decided we wanted to sell that, we could, and we could keep 20% of that. Also, we have a soybean harvest that looks like I think it'll be ready for October. And he said, yeah, man, if you can get that done for me, then he'll give me 20% of that also. There you go. Get my guided steering on. I often will start it and then not realize it hadn't engaged and then head diagonally across a field. But yeah, we should be able to bank some dough because we are going to need it wherever we go. I think I'm starting to rhyme there. In the last episode, I talked about how I would really like to get to buy an existing farm and not necessarily have to just build one from nothing. It will be a bit of a a bit of a divergence from what we typically do. Usually I like the hole in the wall, and we sort of make something of it. But I think I'd like to hopefully be able to be in a position where we can purchase something existing. Because what my hope is that we can kind of park our money in a farm, and then obviously make some money, and then perhaps find ourselves in a position to be able to move back to North America, at which point hopefully we'd have a relative somewhere that we could take over an old family farm or something. So that is the hope in the future, but the right opportunities have to come up, i.e. the right maps have to be available. I am quite certain I know where I want to go after we are done here in France, but that will be to be determined, I guess. This is one hell of a sunflower field here, where we're like ankle deep. Thank God we got this sprayer. I don't normally get to use things like this because I don't normally have them. Where's the lines here? There you go. Because I can never afford anything like this myself. So being able to run this farmer's equipment here is actually pretty good. I'm sure, much like everybody, or maybe not, I've always wanted to just drive under one while you see them going down country roads, and you sort of park up behind them as you're driving before they get to their next field. I've always just thought, man, what if I could just rip right up the middle of this thing and drive underneath it? It'd be pretty sweet. But of course, I've never actually tried that. That would be probably pretty dumb, but. So this already had herbicide in it. I'm hoping that the farmer's provided us with enough to get through the field. I mean, it's his field. He should know, but actually, I guess if he had somebody running this thing beforehand, maybe it doesn't have enough. I don't know. But I did manage a pretty decent, so I ate some food, managed a pretty decent nap, so I'm feeling pretty refreshed here for the afternoon. My guess is we're probably going to get this work done here, and then we'll get our mowing done, and then I'd like to spend a little bit of time just I'm going to say getting to know the cows, but we've got cows and chickens on my buddy's farm there, so I would like to sort of spend a bit of time just making sure that I understand what's going on there. They are, the cows are producing manure and slurry, and I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything with that. Do I need to take the manure out of the stalls or the barn or whatever? I got to make sure that they have enough food, and yeah, perhaps we could even move some of the milk. We gotta get his little cheese shop working there. I still have his contact for like his temporary worker, the person that'll come in and help produce the stuff that we can sell in the store. So I would kind of like to get that going, because if we are selling anything out of there, I am getting 20% of that. So there's an income source there that would be good. And then I've got to decide whether or not, I guess, we're going to be putting the manure and the slurry on the field, or whether we're even going to be able to generate enough of it. And if we are, then figure out a way to do that. If we're not, then perhaps I can cut a deal with like the local BGA or something to sell it. All right, this should be the last of it right here. Contract finished. Okay, so we'll go dump this back where he had it parked. Just gotta wash this thing, man. I think normally when it's funny when you do a contract and the farmer leases out some equipment for you to use, you show up at the dealership and it's nice and clean, and you take it and then you eventually get it back there. But this thing was dumped right after doing some work, I guess. But yeah, that's nice. So that contract pays like 10 grand. So that was the easiest 10 grand I ever made. I'd take my money and run. The next one looks like it's actually up near the farm that I mentioned in the last episode, which has been for sale for quite a while, actually. There's a grass field up behind it, which I want to say looks like it actually belongs to that estate. So it's kind of weird that maybe they're starting to get it ready to relist or something. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll we'll get a chance to check that out. It would be a, if we really loved this area, I could consider purchasing this farm. We may want to take a look and see what it costs when we get there, so that way at least we have a little bit of context. So this one's going to be up in the hills just past the dealership, and then on the way back is another smaller grass field. So we basically have two fields to mow there. What is an episode of anything in Farming Simulator without some grass work? It's hard to escape. It's funny, it's hard to escape, and it's always very heavy when you don't have an established farm. You tend to do it like a honking at me. I'm literally turning, making a fully legal turn, and the guy's honking at me. Yeah, I believe it's up this way. No, it's not. Shoot, maybe that's why he was honking. He knew I was going the wrong way. I need a place to turn around. It looks like there's one up here. I think I turned too soon. I was supposed to go past the river, I believe. Yeah, actually, I could have just stayed right on the road that we were on already. Whoops. I forgot to mention, actually, before I went and took my nap while I was having a coffee there, I often like to have a coffee right before I take a nap, I got a phone call from David. David of owner of much property back in Shwikovo, who was really funding our existence there with all the work that he had us do. It's funny, I was wondering if I was going to hear from him. I had left him a message when I was leaving, just saying, thanks for everything and goodbye, and but I hadn't heard back. So anyways, he told me that he saw what was going on. He felt horribly, and but had to stay quiet. Couldn't get involved because of all of his exposure in that area. He said the local crime family, of which it looks like I crossed, is not one that he wanted to mess with, and unfortunately he couldn't step in and say anything or do anything. But he also never thought much of Lek and Maria, despite what he said. Despite what it looks like, he's not entirely sure that they were directly involved in everything that went down. Even though it kind of looks like I got shook down for all of my land, but he's working a deal out with David to see if maybe he can pick up some of that land anyways. But a lot of it was originally his. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of a weird situation. But yeah, he did apologize and hopes that maybe we can chat again at some point. I think this is the field 96. Field 96, yeah. So that farm is right past that bridge. But anyways, I thought it was a little bit of a cheeky call, if that's a thing. I have this in swath mode right now, so hopefully the farmer wants his grass in swaths. but yeah, David's hoping that at some point there's some kind of overturn there, and the local police, we'll get under the bridge after, and the local police and the corruption kind of stops, because even him, it costs him a considerable amount of money that he has to pay for really protection, I guess is what he calls it. But he's sort of forced to pay all the time, and it's not good. Which is why I guess I was able to do so much work for him, because it's even hard to find. Workers in the area, because once people sort of realize what's going on there, they leave. So I don't think we'll ever get back to the region, unfortunately. It was a beautiful area, but I think we're officially done there. Unless maybe old Maria's sister wants to have another coffee. That would be just maybe pushing buttons that I don't need to push. So if we were to purchase this farm here, again, I don't know how much it is, so let's daydream a little bit before we realize before we look at the reality. I can't remember what it was being listed for, but yeah, if we were to purchase this farm here, this would be a nice little existence. I mean, I don't know that I want to only have grass fields, because grass is only fun for so long. If, you know, feeding sheep and just mowing grass it would be maybe a little rough. But you know, if we picked up another piece of land somewhere and we're able to set up a bit of a shop with you know, some equipment for some arable farming, that might be good. I think the farmer, whoever comes and picks this grass up, is going to curse me as I'm doing, like, there's no straight lines here. Let's start making passes through here. Yeah, so you got this great little house up on the hill there, which is, I mean, for the pictures were anything, then it's a really nice old farmhouse. Kind of looks like everything in the area, this nice old farmhouse. I'm really impressed with my buddy's farm there. Man, he scored big time. Like, how often do you get a chance to purchase a piece of history right in the middle of town? Yeah, these grass rows are going to make no sense to anybody that just shows up here. Before we go, we'll pop up to the house there and check it out, so you can see what the listing's for, and then I'll look up the listing and see if I can figure out how much they're asking for it. I know I found it once. I'll see if I can find it again. The real estate sites are a little confusing here because it is in French also, and I do not speak the language. I do understand the odd thing, but and I could probably stumble my way through basic, like, you know, toddler type French, but that's about it. All right, we're almost done here. I had a look at the app to see if I could find the listing, and indeed I did. So I'll show you quickly what it comes with. It's about $475,000, but it is essentially it's 3 listings. I think I want to say the home itself, whatever, I can't remember. You kind of have to assume that it's you know, pretty close to $500,000, and it comes with basically here. I'll show you. Let's do this. We'll rip back over here. So that should be done there. Okay, so there's a grass field across the road over here. Yeah, so it comes with it's right in the exhaust. It comes with the grass field right in front of me there. So a reasonable sized grass field there. It comes with the grass field that we just mowed. Kind of makes sense. Seems like it's basically attached to the farm, but it is a separate piece of property. So the field back there, I believe, is $75,000. I think this field here is about $75,000, and then the farm, so basically the shed, the pasture up here, whatever you call this fenced-in area where the sheep will live, and there's a small grass field up on the side here. Basically, this is the balance of it. So for $475,000, you get this farm, you get the 2 grass fields over there. So it's kind of cool, I guess. I'm just gonna pop up here. I don't think there should be anybody here. It's seemingly been abandoned for quite a while. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna go on the property and get in there, but you can see there, it's kind of cool. Oh, look at this! This guy let his crops withered. Mustard. Oh, we could use that. But anyways, yeah, that's a really, really cool looking house. I can only imagine there's many secrets hidden inside, old equipment and different things, but I don't know what the story was. Maybe somebody died here or something. Who knows? But yeah, pretty wild. Okay, so I think the next field is up. I believe it's back across the bridge. I'm just gonna check the map. Yeah. Is that a gas station? I do need fuel. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, just in time. All right, well, let me get some fuel. I'm going to get on the phone, let those guys know that I did their fields, and hopefully I can get paid here, and then we'll go head over to the next one. All right, there we go. $300 in fuel and what, about $13,000 or $14,000 so far in contract income. They actually paid me a little more than I thought they would, so I'll have to figure out what that's all about. But yeah, okay, so the other field is going to be right around here. I like these days. I don't really get these days very often, just some casual farming. It's kind of nice when it's not your when it's not your farm. I mean, it's kind of like we're just doing like an extended contract. Is it down there? Yeah. Oh, these guys are gonna stop for me. That's nice. And then honk at me. Look at this area here. Oh my gosh. This field off to the left here is another one of those amazing fields. It'd be kind of a challenge to farm because of the hills and the shape of it, but wow, the view is probably worth it. You're almost better to grab this one up on the hill here, and then you can enjoy the view from a bit of a distance. But somewhere down here is another grass field. Well, there's my buddy's farm up there, up on the hill, so we're behind that. Interesting. Oh, look at this. It's like a little pocket back here. See, this is the kind of stuff I like. Okay, so field 90. Field 90. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is a field you do not want to be drowsy and end up in the river. Have a momentary lapse and sink yourself. But so this is right across from the little tributary there from my buddy's field, it looks like. Got a water pump here. Somebody's pumping water out of here. There's no like home around here or building or anything, so I'm not sure where that water pump's going, but it sounded like it was working. So I never did go into the grocery store earlier. I just sort of scrounged with some stuff that we already had. So maybe once we're done this, we'll get ourselves. Maybe when we're done this, we'll go and make sure the cows are good, and then we'll. I mean, I don't have a way to clean anything. Wouldn't mind cleaning. I wasn't able to wash my truck or anything after the drive, like the move. So it'd be nice to get all that stuff cleaned up. Maybe we'll tend to the cows. We'll go and get ourselves cleaned up, and then maybe we'll jump in the Porsche just for fun. And we'll head into the grocery store there, and then I think there's a hardware store near there or whatever, and maybe we can pick up a little pressure washer, and we can get some of our stuff cleaned. Maybe it doesn't make sense that I clean myself up and then we start cleaning vehicles, because I'll probably just get dirty again. But I don't want to go into the store just stinking and being filthy like I am right now. So we'll get cleaned up. But anyways. But yeah, we'll see if we can get a pressure washer, and then we can get all the equipment cleaned up, which would be kind of nice. Something that I don't often do. Yeah, I guess we can make sure that we'll make sure that the harvester's got fuel. We'll want to make sure that there's no delays, because we've got. I mean, by no means do we have a massive size field or fields in order to harvest when it comes to the soybeans, but we do have. Enough ground there that I want to make sure that there's nothing going to stand in our way. So if the harvester's serviced and we've got fuel and everything, then we should be good. I guess the question for us, knowing that my buddy's going to be coming back in January, it would be a little. I guess I'll have to talk to him, because, like, let's say for example the top price for soybeans is not until after I leave. Well, I wonder if I can get him to kind of front me the money, meaning like if we can get an idea of what sort of the high market value is, and then basically determine how much we have in storage, we'll, maybe he'll give me my cut in advance. Seems reasonable, no? I mean, obviously there's, the potential for a market dip or a bad year for pricing or whatever, but I'll see if he's willing to take that chance. I mean, I am out here busting my butt for him while it's given him the opportunity to kind of head back to Canada for a bit. I bet I could have gone that way. I didn't see a road. But yeah, maybe that's something we can look at, because if the beans, the pricing doesn't mature until after we leave, well then we're kind of SOL, you know? But yeah, there's the fields. They're looking pretty good. I wonder what we're going to get off of that. Soybeans are worth a bunch of dough, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we should be able to bank a little bit. All right, well, let's get this stuff jammed away, and then we will go and check on those cows. You know what? I mean, if we're going to try to clean everything, there's no sense in putting this away directly. So let's just kind of get this off to the side up here. Here, literally, we can just sort of slam it right here. Oh, there's a notification. We got $1,600, so we're up almost $160,000 right now. That's pretty good. Food, milk. All right, let's go look. Let's go check the manure pit here. Yeah, it's not much. So we have 2,900 liters of manure, 8,300 liters of slurry. Could we get ourselves a small sprayer to fertilize the property? Maybe, but I don't know that I'm going to invest in that. I think we're just going to end up selling it, to be honest with you. Well, maybe not. I mean, it's really not worth anything. If I'm looking here, the biogas plant's going to pay us, $260 for what we got there. That's not worth anything. Manure, also, same thing. It's not really worth anything. So I guess what it's trying to tell me is just put it on the dang field. Jeez. All right, well, let's not worry about that. Let's grab... I think maybe we'll throw a couple bales in here. Yeah, it looks like they're good for straw, but maybe a couple bales just to kind of keep them good so we don't forget. So we'll grab this and we'll grab the spikes. I think I left the spikes over by the bales, did I? No, I left it right up front of the office here. All right, so we have 25 bales. So no, we want 10. If we put 3 bales, I guess that'd be like 15,000. Let's throw 3 bales in there for now. Let's just rip these open. We should be able to just dump them right in there for those cows. Somewhere right about here, I think. Yep. So start running over chickens here. Ooh. Okay, we're right on the edge here. A wait might have been a good idea. Let's just take it easy and we should be all right. All right, so probably same thing right about there, I believe. Perfect. All right, well, we might as well just leave the spikes on and just remember they're on there so we don't walk into them. We will get ourselves cleaned up, and then we'll go head over to the store, see if we can't grab ourselves some food. Shut that off. I just want to turn those spikes down so we don't kill ourselves. But yeah, anyways, let me go wash my hands and kind of wash my face, and then we'll grab the Porsche and go into town and we'll grab some food, and then I'm pretty much just going to take it easy for the rest of the day, I think, and then yeah, we'll see what happens in the beginning of October. All right, it took a little longer. I got another phone call. My old buddy Walter from Oakbridge, formerly Comston, just gave me a call. I haven't heard from him for a while. He was sort of asking, hey, like you just immediately paid out everything. How's Poland going? I guess I never really mentioned to him. I just basically transferred him the money that I owed him and escaped. So yeah, he was wondering what the heck was going on. So I was just telling him everything that happened there, and he couldn't believe it. He was apologetic because it was essentially his, family farm, I guess, that I purchased. But I'm like, man, you had no control over that, so don't apologize. But anyways, yeah, he said he'd keep his eyes open for another opportunity for us. I did mention that you know, if I had a chance to move back to Great Britain somewhere, I really enjoyed my time, and I did not enjoy driving on the wrong side of the road, but I did enjoy my time otherwise. So if he had any other opportunities to let me know, he said he was telling me I never hear from my Uncle Pete, but he told me my Uncle Pete was kind of up to his same old tricks, just you know, frustrating everybody on the council and whatever. But I don't plan on going back there. But yeah, he said he'd keep his eyes open to see if there was anything that he thought I'd be interested in. God, I bet you we could probably find some food somewhere here, like a restaurant or whatever. But you know what? For now, we'll just remain frugal and we'll buy groceries and do it that way. But I mean, this is the life right now, right? Cruising on my old antique Porsche tractor that I can't see behind me through a street like this. Like, oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, here we go. Whatever. Yeah, okay. That's not very good parking. So, all right, well, I should be able to get my groceries here, and I'll see some. I know they got a little bit of a hardware section here, so we'll see if they got anything in regards to a pressure washer, and we'll get back to the house and chill out. That was kind of nice in there. So I got everything we need, so we're gonna head back now and get ourselves fed. And then we'll just get everything prepped for October, I guess. And these casual days are exactly what the doctor ordered, I think. Not that the doctor's involved in any decisions. Don't let me create any weird stories or rumors here. But yeah, this is fantastic. Good for the soul, right? Kind of wondering what this was over here. Got like a little park area. It looks like. You know what? Let's just quickly get T-boned here. No, we're good. Let's just go look and see what's up this road here. What is this? We got hay bales everywhere. Oh. So I can probably buy and sell bales here, that looks like. That's my guess. The local bale market. I think the cool thing about this area, everything from the road looks, you know, rustic, or it all fits, and then you know, all the business. It's like a mullet. So, but although it's not a party in the front, it's business in the front and party in the back, right? So it all looks very well put together in the front, and then all the actual action happens in the back. Okay, what is this? I'm calling these buildings mullets. I don't know what this building is. Oh, well, anyways, it's another business of some kind. I'm sure we'll interact at some point. Probably one of these places is where we're going to be selling soybeans if we get to that point. All right, well, enough procrastinating. Let's head back and we'll get our machinery cleaned up, and we should be good. These are good days when you can wake up and you know, by the end of it, you've got more money in the bank than you had when you started. All right, we just got the small little electric one here. I think it has Bluetooth water. I don't even think this thing is dirty. Yeah, I think that's probably good. I don't know that keeping it in the chicken coop is necessarily going to keep it the cleanest, though, so maybe we'll just stash it over here. Keep it away from all the dirt and dust of the chickens. Yeah, that is my idea of a good time. Okay, well, let's get this thing washed. I don't think I'm going to wash any of the other stuff there, like the mowers and the baler and that kind of stuff. I'll probably wash this. Maybe we'll wash this truck for him. We should probably wash the Fiat and get the dirt out of our mower there. Actually, that's probably a good idea. But we can wash the John Deere. The spreader there, I don't really know that it makes sense. Like, why would we wash it? The thing's just going to get filthy all the time anyways, but I don't know. We'll see. And even if we don't get them perfect, at least we get the majority of the dirt off them. You know what? I'm going to park this back over here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's grab our feet. Well, we'll wash the John Deere because it's right here. Oh, you know what? I guess the spreader is literally right here too, so we might as well spray that off. All right, that is looking a lot better. Funny how massive these things are. Let's see if I can reach around the other side here. Oh yeah, just barely. This thing, this thing needs a wash, man. It is grimy. The whole thing is the window. The mower is nasty too. Probably should have unfolded this, but I think I can probably get the water into everywhere. I mean, this thing does not have to be perfect, but should be decent anyways. All right, so get this washed up, and then we'll go check on the harvester and see what the story is there. Let's just get this straightened out. You know, I was struggling with this backing this mower up. I think we'll just leave all that attached and leave it right there. Okay, so let's see. Wow, look at this thing is messy. Okay, well, I mean, it looks like maybe it needs an oil change. We're full of fuel, which is good. I guess we could wash it. We're not going to end up washing the header, but let's wash it, and then maybe I'll go give it a quick oil change, and then we're probably good to go at that point, I think. Oy, oy, oy. I mean, this thing is going to be disgusting once we're done with the harvest anyway, so it's not like we're really going to have to worry about it, but it would be nice to start clean anyways. It's kind of like saying, you know, I'm going to get dirty and sweaty today anyways, so I might as well just not have a shower in the morning. It's kind of nice to start your day clean. Let's just see if I can get this pulled up close enough to the shop there. Maybe I can pull the oil filter. And I don't even know how much oil this thing takes. We'll see if he's got... let's see if my buddy's got the oil for this in his shop. Yeah, I don't think I'm pulling it in here. Yeah, shoot. Okay, well, if I can't get this thing into the shop, I might have to go up to the dealership quickly. So you know what? I'm going to do that. We're going to call that there. This has just been a casual day on the farm as we kind of take care of a few things. We'll get the oil change in this, and then I think when we wake up in October, we may be ready to harvest some soybeans. I think we may want to eyeball them really quickly here. I'll leave this out because I do want to take this up to the shop. What do we got here? October, November, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really an expert when it comes to gauging that kind of thing, but yeah, I guess we'll see. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to take off now, dudes, and I will see you in episode 3 of my friend's farm here on Pallegney in France. Au revoir.